Alright, welcome back to another fantasy video. So unfortunately I did not have time to make a video for the group stage for IEM Dallas. But honestly I went with quite a safe team. I was literally 1 point away from getting 15 points. But that doesn't matter that much for me anymore since my season is kind of gone. But I'm still gonna give it a fair go. So yeah, unfortunately, Tessas just wasn't really himself, and Falcons just got obliterated by Mouse, so led to me not getting a better finish in the end, but it is what it is. Now then, looking at the playoffs, Mouse looked a lot better than they have in a while, so that gets me kind of excited. And the fact that they're gonna play the winner of the Mongols versus Aurora just really solidifies the fact that I'm gonna pick Mouse because they're gonna be in the grand finals. Because I still don't believe in the Mongols or Aurora in the playoffs on a stage. So yeah, I think pretty much everyone is gonna have Mouse, and I understand why, and I'm gonna have to do it myself. But on this side of the bracket it's a lot more interesting. Now, Falcons, even though they lost to Mouse and lost the map to Heroic and everything, I mean, they should beat Gamer Legion, there's no doubt about it. Gamer Legion have a stand-in, even though they did look a lot better here than they did in Astana. But yeah, I just don't see any feasible way that Falcons lose this game. Might have just jinxed it. But obviously, I'm gonna focus more on the Vitality Falcons matchup here. So, Vitality are currently on a 27 game win streak, I think. So, yeah, obviously it's going to be really hard to pick against them here, but I think the value in Falcons is just far better compared to Vitality. So let's just start looking at some potential drafts here. Like, the pricing on Vitality it is fair, of course, but because I'm definitely going to go with Mouse, it just doesn't leave me any room to like do anything remotely exciting. Like, if I just went for the same combo I had in the group stage with Flames and Apex, then I went for the cheapest Mouse player, so I'm left to 176. And then it's pretty much major. I think this is, if I had to guess, I think this would be like the most picked team, but HLTV are not showing the most picked players anymore, which is interesting, but maybe that helps to diversify the drafts a bit. I actually don't know. Or then even more people are going to have the same drafts, we'll see. But yeah, I think this is like safe, pretty much. But yeah, even if I went with Messi and I tried to do something here, I still can't afford anyone. I would have to go like Brolan. And then it's still I have like, I can afford Techno. So I'm just not going to go with Vitality here. I think Falcons is definitely the more fun pick. And they definitely have a good chance against Vitality. We've seen that in the past. So I don't see any reason not to go for them. Like, Roland has not been like very good. I mean, he's decent for his price, but he has a surprisingly good rating here. But yeah, I mean, Brolan, I'm sure he's a fine pick, but for some reason, I'm kind of buying into the Mouse hype here. But like, even if I went with Spinks and Brolan and Nico and Kixan, then it's pretty much the same players. Like, you could potentially gamble with PR here and hope he like scores decently here, because that could be better than going with Major, even if they win here. Like, that could be an interesting angle. And if you went Monacy, then you can still afford Major. 1,000 maybe. I do find this quite interesting, but I kind of want to take a risk here, I think, with gambling on Mouse a bit heavier here. The Spinks and Jimbat double up. Like, I don't hate the look of that at all. Now, I think I do want one of, even though Nico's tournament has not been like to his standards, Like, definitely not. He's been underperforming as fuck. But at 216, that is a really enticing price. And that still leaves me money with like Major or Towson. Depends on how risky you want to go. Do I love it? No. But I might even go like super risky here and just pick CTR. I know I've said he's my fantasy GOAT because he has been letting me down recently. And of course now they qualify to the playoffs when I don't pick him, but that's fine. Not like he has been farming. Honestly, this would be like a super fun lineup for me. Like just have the best player from Falcons, most consistent player, and then just gamble on mouse pretty much and hope Kixan, and definitely hope that CTR doesn't go like minus 30 because that's gonna offset me a bit too much. So I think I'm pretty set on going with Spinks and Jimmy. Then I just have to think how I want to play with play around with the Falcons players. You could even do this, go for a bit weaker with the Falcons, and then grab Jota and hope he can score well against the Mongols and not do terribly against Mouse. I mean, who am I to say they could beat Mouse or Mongols could beat Mouse, but I just don't see that happening at the moment, especially on a stage. So I don't hate this, but I feel like, especially because it's against Vitality, or Falcons are playing against Vitality, assuming they beat Gamer Legion, I think I'm gonna go with one of the heavy hitters and hope Nico can regain some form. I actually found this interesting graph from B-Trans on Twitter, and you can see who steps it up in the arenas. And like Spinks, who is on my team, Jimmy, a bit more passive in arenas, but then we have like Kixan. Tessus has been performing good in arenas. Nico usually steps it up. Monacy is here, like a bit more passive, but I think the sample size is a bit too small probably. But yeah. So I'm quite set on gambling on either Nico or Monacy here, and then just going strong on Mouse and just hope they can pull off the upset in the final. Because I do think it's an upset even if they beat Falcons or Vitality. And then it's just about, do I want to like risk it and go for like a Gamer Legion pick, and then I could potentially even go Magisk if I want. But I think I don't mind Kixan as my second Falcons player over Magisk. They can both be quite inconsistent, so I don't really mind Magisk. Or I mean Kixan, sorry. Yeah, then you could put like Major here. And if you want, you could even upgrade Spinks to Xertion. Not sure that's an upgrade though. I think I prefer Spinks. But yeah, that is an option that you do have. And then just hope that Aurora beat the Mongols and Major does okay. And then see what happens in the semis, I guess. Major is like the obvious fifth player at his price point, really. So yeah, I'm quite set on either this being my team, Major maybe out 1000 or something, or then I just go all in, hope for the best with CTR and Monacy. Gonna have to decide on that one. But yeah, those are pretty much the two options I have currently. Gonna try a bit more riskier with actually not going Vitality here, which sounds insane, I know, but hey, they're gonna have to lose one day. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Share your comments, your ideas, suggestions, anything you want, and good luck with this one, guys.